Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another client tutorial. So to get started, I'm just going to prep her skin using this Makeup Revolution toner. It is my all-time favorite. And then I'm going to be going in with the Kiehls Ultra Moisturizer, which is my favorite as well. And for primer today, I'm going to be taking this Ordinary primer. This is one to make your skin glowy, and it also has a little bit of a smoothing effect to it. Then getting started on brows, I'm first going in with the Makeup Revolution Brow Pomade in medium brown and just lightly running that through Charlotte's brows. Then I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in medium and begin carving out the brow. I am using a MAC 252 brush for this and then just buffing away the edges. I didn't want this to be too bright, so this concealer is actually not that much lighter than Charlotte's skin tone, and I'm just carving around the edges as well. Now going in with the Plouise base in number 5, I'm just going to pat that all over the lid with a big fluffy brush just to prep the eye area for any eyeshadows. Now going in with Dark Tan Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC, I'm just really lightly working this through the crease, making sure to buff it out and really diffuse the edges. Then for the next color, I'm going in with an Inglot eyeshadow. It's a medium toned matte brown. I forgot the name, but I'll link it down below. And then I'm just taking an even darker matte chocolate brown just to really intensify the socket and give her a nice bit of definition. Now going back in with the Plouise base, I'm going to be using a Sigma E45 brush and just to reapply that to the lid. I want the lid to be really sticky and tacky, ready for the pigment. So the pigment I'll be going in with is the Illamasqua Ore Pigment, which is a really nice Christmas autumnal type of color. It's like a cool toned gold, if that makes sense. And I'm just popping that all over the lid and then blending the edges of it. Now what I'm doing is just cleaning up underneath Charlotte's eye, getting rid of any fallout, and now I'll be going in with the black gel eyeliner from Inglot and Duraline, which makes it more creamy and wet. I'm just running that through her lashes quite messily and then buffing it out with a flat shader brush. And then what I do is I go back in with black eyeshadow on that same shader brush and just buff it around it. So you get a really nice blown out smoky liner, and it's actually really easy and quick to do. Then what I like to do is take an even smaller, flat to finer brush, and then I'm going to pack the black eyeshadow really close to the lash line. Now I'm just going to quickly pop off some lashes off camera and move on to skin. So I'm taking Nars Sheer Glow mixed with MAC Face and Body, and I'm just going to buff that in using a Peaches foundation brush. Again, I don't remember the name, sorry, I'll link it down below, but this is one of my all-time favorite foundation brushes. I'm going for more of a full coverage glowy look, which is why I mix the two together, and I'm just making sure to blend it down her neck and then pat the foundation in to set it. And then for concealer, I'm going back in with the Tarte Shape Tape in medium and just applying that with a buff and blend brush. This is one of my favorite concealer brushes. I'll link the name of it down below, but it's really, really fluffy and soft. So I find it works well with really full coverage concealers like Tarte Shape Tape, anything that's really thick, because I like a full coverage look under the eye, but I don't want it to be cakey. Now I'm going in with the Makeup Revolution foundation stick. I forgot to add a clip of this, but it's in the color F13, and it's definitely replaced my all-time favorite concealer, which used to be the MAC Matchmaster concealer. I always used to use that on my clients, but they've actually discontinued it, but this is definitely a good alternative. So now I'm just pressing that in with the foundation brush, and what I'll be doing is going back underneath Charlotte's eyes and just buffing away any creases, and then going in with that Makeup Revolution banana powder just to set everything in place. I'm also going to take a little bit of this through her T-zone because Charlotte is oily and I have put very glowy products on her. I don't want her to look like an oily mess, so just kind of mattifying down the center of her face. Now taking that same bronzer, I'm just going to press that on top of the cream contour just to set it in place and add a little bit more warmth. I'm also going to take that bronzer down the sides of Charlotte's nose and just do a really light contour. I don't like to use cream products on people's noses because I find they can be too heavy, so this is just to add a little bit of color and a little bit of definition, and I'd like to go over it with the foundation brush. Now for blush, I'm using this really nice Laura Geller blush and just popping that on the apples of her cheeks. And for highlighter, I'm taking the New Duo by Doll Beauty. This is my all-time favorite highlight. It's such a blinding highlight. So what I like to do is I do it in little layers. I add a tiny bit on the tip of the nose, tiny bit on the cheeks, and then go back in and add it where I need it. So if I want it to be really intense in a certain area, like on the apples of the cheeks, I'll just reapply it there. Now moving on to underneath the eyes, I'm taking my fave gel eyeliner, which is from Dose of Colors. I think it's called Extra Baggage, and I'm just popping that inside of Charlotte's waterline and then buffing out with a flat shader brush. I like to do that on both eyes, and then what I'll do is I'll go back in with the same eyeshadows that I used on the top of her eye and buff them underneath. This gel eyeliner is so creamy and it's so dark and rich and intense. I absolutely love these Dose of Colors eyeliners. I'm pretty sure I have every single color, but this is my most used one. Then what I'll be doing is just popping a little bit of bottom lash mascara and move on to lips. So I'm taking Nightmoth lip pencil, just lining Charlotte's lips. I'm overdrawing them a little bit and giving her more of a rounded Cupid's bow because that's how she prefers to have her lips. Then I'm going to be going in with the Colourpop liquid lipstick. This is an ultra matte one, and I'm just popping that on with a lip brush. I'll link the color down below, but it's a really nice dark cherry, kind of purpley red. And to ombre a little bit, I'm taking some of this matte, quite the Standout liquid lipstick and pressing it in the center. Now I'm just setting everything with some setting spray, re-intensifying her brows, and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!